Is XDefiant good? I mean, it's alright, I guess. It's not horrible, it's not great. It's just something I would consider slightly above average. I wouldn't be mad if I never got to play the game again, but I wouldn't mind playing it again either. Now, I do want to say that opening day wasn't the only time I played the game either. I have been playing this game since the alphas and betas they have hosted throughout the years, and I have to give Ubisoft props for actually fixing a lot of the problems with the game. The high times to kill definitely are not a problem anymore, and the game definitely feels a lot crispier with the different guns having their own unique identities. But when you really boil it down to what the game is, it feels a lot like Call of Duty with a couple of extra steps and sparkles thrown in there. And I mean, take it how you will. There are currently a few modes that consist of escorting the robot, basic domination, basic hardpoint, and that's about it. Most of these modes consist of the same design. 3 lanes and an objective usually smacked into the center one. In casual, 2 teams of 6 should essentially split up into 3 duos to try to take control of the 3 lanes and win over the enemy team. In ranked, this will just be 4v4 instead of 6v6, so likely a 1-2-1 setup. It's not incredibly deep, just shoot the bad guys better and win the game. And the shooting in this game does feel pretty good. The guns feel pretty responsive, the movement is snappy but not too fast that it is out of place, and there is definitely a lot of room for mechanical outplay based on your positioning no matter what gun you use. Unless we start talking about snipers. That being said, at least there are ways to counter it, which is a really good look this early on in its life cycle. On top of this, the progression does not feel too egregious and makes the game feel rewarding to play, giving the player camos for simply upgrading the weapon instead of doing these crazy out of the ordinary plays to get the gold camo. All you have to do is get your guns to level 100 for the gold camo and have a good time, which I personally don't mind. There are also no guns locked behind a paywall. All of the guns that you get from the battle pass are obtainable through the free-to-play progression the game gives you. What makes these games bad usually comes down to there just being bullshit in the game that isn't counterable, but that isn't really a problem in this game if you play it right. Sure, shields and snipers are pretty annoying, I'm not going to act like they aren't, but shielding the objective forces snipers to come to point where it is harder to hit shots or they will just lose the game, which is actually kind of beautiful to me. However, there is one problem. This game feels and plays super similar to Call of Duty, so people will play it as such, and you aren't going to get the nuance out of the game often because of that. Maybe this is a problem that will be fixed by ranked, but I don't know if that really solves the problem. In other words, don't trust your team to shield you, it's probably just not going to happen. That being said, I really struggle seeing XDefiant being the next big competitive COD-like shooter. Call of Duty has been absolutely killing it in the esports circuit and will be really hard to take down. I also don't think that this is what Ubisoft is going for either. So in order for the game to succeed, it really needs to be a great casual experience, which it 100% is. This game is a blast with friends. I mean, look at the lobby setup. It is legit just a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 lobby all over again every time you load into a match. People for years have been complaining that there has been no place to just shit talk the enemy and that trash talk is gone, but look at this. It's back, trust me.
What do you think about the game so far? Is it good? Yeah, me too, honestly. I kind of feel the same.
This is the peak casual experience that people have been talking about, and Ubisoft is trying to bring it back. I have to say that the lobby, unironically, is the single most entertaining part of this game. Not to mention that I believe there is no skill-based matchmaking in casual, so slamming games can be fun no matter what, even for higher level players. You don't have to sweat every game in casual, it is simply just about having fun. But why do I think that this game is not going to be the next big hit? To be honest, I think it's just a core problem these types of games have. There is only so much time you can devote into running in and shooting targets over and over again until it just kind of gets bland. But I don't think the game is bland compared to some of the Call of Duty games of the past. I think the game does it better than Call of Duty, because at least with XDefiant, it feels like there is one extra layer with abilities that Call of Duty has been missing out on for quite a bit. And also, the game is free, not $60. XDefiant strikes a balance between Overwatch and Call of Duty that is unfit for competitive esports in my opinion, but makes for a fun game to just slam games for an hour or two and call it a night. Because of that, I don't think it's quite great. I also don't think it's bad though, I just think it's kind of meh. So if I were to give it a rating right now, I'd give it a healthy about 6 out of 10 right in the middle. What do you all think of XDefiant though? Do you love it, hate it, never want to play it? I'll be streaming the game from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch at PazSwagger most of this week to get a better read on what I think about the game. So come tell me what you think there. The link will be in the description. Aside from that, thank you all so much for watching. But until next time, I've got to peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.